Hi, it's your good friend User Says What here, and welcome back to the Three Dudes channel. Now, obviously, this is not Metalcraft. Well, that's because some things happened that I need to explain, but first I'm just going to go ahead and explain what's going on here. So, we have been discussing for a while now how we were going to do vlogs, which is something we've always been interested in. But for the time being, we've thought about not doing a face reveal quite yet, because just basically for channel health and for our own personal safety. So just like, I don't know, just sort of for our own good. But there is times when we do need to explain stuff to you guys, like today. So I hit upon an ingenious solution, look like I'm drooling, not too long ago. I figured we could do it through art, drawing. I like to draw, and so by drawing in these pictures and then coloring them all on camera while I explain what happens, it's sort of like something to let you all look at while I sort of explain what's been going on, or like what's been happening in my life or whatever. And so it's just a kind of nice, convenient way for me to say, hey, this is what's been going on lately, and so yada yada yada, this is why so and so is not working or whatever. So yeah, I'm also realizing I've never done a proper introduction, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that real quick. My name is User Says What. I'm sort of the redstoner of our group. I enjoy the technological side of Minecraft a lot. That's why I got the inspiration from Metalcraft. I've always been fascinated with automation. I also enjoy like the decorative part of Minecraft, not so much the mining, but the I don't know, like building cool, pretty structures that look nice. In real life, I am a coder. And I also edit their videos. I've always wanted to make my own Minecraft mod pack or mod, so Metalcraft is kind of like a dream come true for me in terms of that. I always thought that would be really cool. I'm a writer. I'm currently working on a book that hopefully someday I will publish, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm not going to disclose anything on camera because, you know, don't want to give anybody any ideas, but it's going to be a really good one, hopefully. I do play Magic: The Gathering with Tyler Inferno 390 and Shuriken. My favorite colors are red-green. I'm a girl guy. I like the chaos of the red-green world and like the combat tricks and stuff. In my opinion, that's not green. Oh, yeah, it is. In my opinion, there's nothing quite as satisfying as watching someone think they have everything figured out and then dropping a huge combat trick on them, and pumping up your creatures so they live. So yeah, that's me. A little bit of me anyways. Hopefully we'll get to know each other better through these as time goes on. But as it is, I'm something of a miner and a crafter. I love Minecraft. And that's pretty evident considering that's a lot of the videos you've seen on the channel. But recently we've been having a few issues with uploading, which is rather frustrating, and namely uploading our good old friend Metalcraft. So basically, it's like this. I'm just now realizing. Let me zoom out a little here. So, as you all probably know, I am the team's unofficial, whoops, that's not the right color, head of editing. I edit all the videos, I splice them together, I upload them. That's sort of my job. Tyler comes up with the videos, and Shurkin kind of helps out. But, yeah. What you don't know is how long this process actually takes. It can take anywhere from 2 to 3 hours for me to get a video uploaded every day. Which is a long time, considering how long it takes us to actually make the video, which is roughly 30 to 45 minutes. And we're all about that raw, unadulterated film. And actual splicing doesn't take that long, but when you actually put it down to business, the processing can take ages. It can take anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, and it's just a process, basically. And it's not one I enjoy, but it is one I tolerate for the sake of the channel. So, yeah. So we've been really busy, and really just a few days ago, as of the recording of this video, I don't know when you'll see it, hopefully tomorrow, because we have the every other day thing going, but yeah, yesterday was my first real chance to splice the videos we've done over the past few weeks. We've been at camp, and we've been on vacation. We've just been super duper busy. So I got home and did that. Yesterday, as soon as I could. Well, I sit down at my computer and I get stuff done, and we're all rip-raring and ready to go, and I've got the stuff downloading to YouTube, and the internet goes out. So for most people, this is like a rare occurrence. To us, it happens almost all the time. I think we have a bad router or something, and it's really annoying, and we are working on getting it fixed. But basically what that means in terms of like videos is that you've got to have internet to put up the videos. Well, another thing you don't know about me, but you're about to find out, is my computer, in terms of like space, can be really crummy sometimes. And so I do have to delete my videos off the computer in order to have enough space. for the next batch. So I put my videos up to upload, and I'm like, okay, yeah. So I go in thinking that my uploads are done, and delete the videos off my computer. And they're not. So what ends up happening is that the final video that was uploading, the Metalcraft video to be precise, doesn't upload. And it's no longer on my computer. Which is really, really bad. So that's the one that comes directly after the episode where I attach the hardened fluxstone capacitor to my hammer, which I'll get to in just a moment, how that works. But basically, that video does not exist anymore. And we all even have another video behind that one, right? Had another one behind that one ready to go into production. Except apparently we use sorry, I lost my train of thought. The Windows game bar to record everything, which, while it works, it doesn't work well. I just found the shades for my hair. I've been experimenting with these for the past 2 versions of me. Anyways. So, guess who manages to delete his video off of his computer? Inferno 390. He doesn't even realize he's done it until, until I'm like, hey, can I have the video? And he's like, oh. Oops. So, yeah. So, those videos don't exist. I can't edit them or upload them anymore. And that's on me, and that's not on anyone other than myself, and I feel really bad about it. But we don't have... If I don't explain to you what's happened in the past 2 episodes, some things just aren't gonna make sense. So this is my humble attempt at explaining what the heck has gone on in Metalcraft since the last time you've had an episode. It's almost 2 hours worth of on-camera playtime. And then some off-camera playtime, where I get stuff working. Hopefully I will have the next actual one uploaded by, the end of the day tomorrow. So you'll be getting those within a few days. But as of now, this is about the most reading, so just kind of bear with me. I'll try to explain what's been going on. So if you'll recall, at the very end of our last episode, I managed to attach the fluxstone capacitor to my hammer, which is now outdated, and that'll make sense in a later episode. But, I mean, it's still a useful tool to have. Anyways, I attached my hammer to the fluxstone capacitor. And I apologize, I am coloring very quickly. That's why it looks so bad. And you know, I have this iron hammer with the diamond attached to it, and it works pretty well. But you know, to run the fluxstone capacitor on my hammer so it doesn't wear it out, I have to have energy. Well, it turns out in the mod that there are these awesome energy producers called like potato flux-stone capacitors or something like that. And they're really great because they basically hold a decent charge of about 3,000 something energy, something like that, which isn't a lot, but it is enough. And it you can sort of use them to charge these weapons, which is super convenient. These items, which is super duper convenient, like incredibly convenient. So basically, you just put them in your inventory and you activate them. And while this goes down, this durability bar goes down. The other durability bar goes up on the hammer. And so then you can use it to like mine or harvest or whatever the item is used for, and it doesn't actually take away from the durability of the hammer. It's like a self-repair kit. I mean, if that wasn't awesome enough, where's my black? While this process is going on here, another process is going on with the potato. And it literally makes a baked potato. It cooks the potato for you, which is awesome. So that was like the highlight of the episode, is the fact that it cooked these potatoes. We were originally going to name the episode "It Makes Potatoes!" Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point. You get the idea. And we just thought that was really nifty. It was a great way to use our potatoes. Yeah, we wasn't cooking them, but it was a food source, and it got stuff on our weapons. So eventually, once we get decent weapons, like I now have a very nice pickaxe that I want to use. But once we get our weapons going, we're gonna actually, theoretically, put those flux stones on all of them, and then, I don't know, hopefully we will upgrade all of them. And also, I built the Thaumaticon, but that wasn't nearly as cool in our opinions at the time. Or not, yeah, I did the Thaumaticon and the Thermometer in those 2 episodes. And this episode and the next episode, and started Metalcraft, which I'll go ahead and explain in a minute. But that wasn't nearly as cool as what we thought was cool, which was the potatoes. We thought that it was really nifty that we could basically cook our food without even putting it in a furnace. I wish they had something similar for like bread and stuff, or like where it would, I don't know. It would be cool. But as it is, it's just a really nifty way to get a food source. And it also serves as a food source underground, because if you're mining for a while and you're hungry, you're just like, oh, where's all the food when I need it? And bing, bada, boom, there it is. It's in your inventory. You just gotta smelt it first, and you can do that. So, that was kind of us. We were very excited, and it sort of took over the entire episode. We made a lot of potatoes that way and charged this up to maximum. So, in the next episode, while Tyler, Inferno 390, worked in the mines, and the garden, and just kind of did like general base upkeep stuff, I was lucky enough to be exempt from that, so to speak. And instead, I got to play with the laws of nature. Like, no, really. So, in Metalcraft, there is one magic mod. We call it, it's called TheDudeTrio. And basically, it's sort of like a catch-all magic mod. And me loving the fantasy side of things as well as the techie side of things, I had to give it a shot. It's actually really cool. So how it works is it's all based on the idea that everything's made up of these elemental things called vis. And you can take this vis and break it down into key components and research it and stuff. And then by doing that, you can basically like do whatever you want. For example, there's two forms of raw vis, so to speak. One of those is earth, and that's like from the dirt and stuff. The other one is water, and that obviously comes from water. They're called aqua and terra in the game. And you can, using a research table, you can research those two. You can combine what you've learned from those, so to speak, to make the life vis, which, yes, is actually what it looks like. It's super useful because, like, it can do automation that other mods just aren't capable of because it has the magic going for it. So, like, I like it because it does have, like, a system of magic, and, like, it adds a little bit of stuff. Mostly it's in there for a specific ingot called thaumium, or just thaumium. It's thaumium ingots. And you can use those in Tinker's Construct, which is the whole point, but it also has other uses. Like, you have, like, the thermometer that I was telling you about. That's super awesome. And, like, there's these different forms of shards, and they have the base elements of stuff in them, and there's these cool things called aura nodes, and they, like, contain this in them in a raw form, so you can get them and put them in wands, and there's, like, golems and potion making and all sorts of stuff. And it's just really cool because there's a ton of variety, and it's a very complex mod, even though there's not a ton to it. But it's fun to build with, mess with, because you can do things that, like, other technological mods just can't handle. Like, you can use these golems to, like, defend your base, or, for example, harvest your crops, which is something that I was really interested in. So, you know, it's something really useful, and it allows you to, like, basically recreate the world along with some other stuff, and just sort of, like, make your life easier, so to speak, in aspects that other ones. And you turn into almost like a little Harry Potter in some ways. There's, like, a madness aspect to the whole thing, and, like, the wands, and I think there are spells. It's a little bit more about artificing than it is, like, actual magic. I use other mods for that, but it is really cool. Like, what you can do with it. But yeah, I spent while Tyler did chores, basically, I spent all of the first episode, not the first episode, but that episode working on improving our base through TheDudeTrio, or trying to anyways. Turns out TheDudeTrio is a little bit more complex, as you can tell by all the stuff in it. So I didn't actually get much done in that episode, and I have taken a little bit of a break from it just because it's a very complex mod. There's a lot of like puzzle elements to it, and figuring out how stuff goes together, and like researching and stuff like that. But it is a lot of fun, I will say that. And I did make substantial progress on it. In terms of like getting this together, I managed to research all the forms of this, and you wouldn't believe it, but there are a lot of types of this, and some mods add even more. So it was a process for sure, but I did get it done, and it was an experience. Let's call it that. I enjoyed it for sure, but it was an experience. Yeah, but for that episode, mostly what I did is I hung out around my research table. Because my thought is that if I could get TheDudeTrio figured out, I could make Tyler these golems to do all his farming work for him, and like to sort for him, and so he would have time to like explore and go on adventures and do fun stuff, and not just be stuck at the base all the time. It didn't quite work out that way, because after doing research, which is basically a bunch of like puzzle elements, like you use paper, and it's like this big fancy puzzle, and basically what you do is you go in and you have to use the research vis you've acquired to solve these puzzles, and they can get pretty complex, and it's not easy for sure. It's not too difficult if on the easier ones, but for golems, they get pretty complex pretty fast. And to start farming, I mean, it really gets complex for farming. So it was difficult for me to actually get started on it, because I spent a lot of my time just like trying to figure out, hey, where does this go, and how does this tie into all of that, and stuff like that. So I really didn't get as much done on that as I would have liked, but I did get some organization done around the base while I was at it. So I mean, it wasn't all for naught, but Tyler's pretty unhappy with me now because I didn't help him around the base. I didn't help him around the base. But, like, yeah, you can have these golems do all sorts of, like, crazy things. They can guard you, they can sort your stuff, and they can even farm. So, that was my goal, but it didn't quite get there in terms of what actually happened. Oops, sorry, I'm just kicking my camera everywhere. But it was an experience, and it was fun, and I enjoyed it for sure. But yeah, we haven't done a ton around the base, but we have gotten some done, which is good. And we have started on a few things to automate, which is nice, to go along with our smeltery. So we're getting there for sure. It's just a process, you know. It takes a while for us to get to a point where we can actually do what we intend to do with this mod pack, because a lot of it requires very hard to find expensive stuff, and the growable ores helps with that, only to a certain extent. I've collected some extra diamonds and stuff to go ahead and put on our to grow extra ores, but it could take a while, to be frank. And it's not exactly like they're the easiest things to come by. So I honestly don't know how long it will take to get full automation going. And the ore reeds don't accept sugar cane, so that's a big problem. Yeah, it's just like a pain in the butt. We are having to do a lot more mining than I anticipated. Luckily, as you'll see in the next few episodes, we have managed to reduce that some, but there's still mining involved, and it does take a while for the automated miners that we've put together to do their job, so to speak. So I can't promise a ton of progress, really, over the next few episodes, but I can promise this: they'll be entertaining. And hopefully we will get some stuff done, and it'll look like we are making progress. So, that being said, I want to thank you all so much for watching my horrible attempt at explaining what's been going on here at the TheDudeTrio. We appreciate y'all's support. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure, if you did and you did like this idea of the vlogs, please let me know. I'll be sure to do more of them for explanations and stuff like this if you did enjoy them. And comment down below what you'd like to see us do next in Metalcraft. What things you might want us to build, if it's possible. If you'd want us to do different tasks, explore different mods. The mod pack, we have like Buildcraft and Metalcraft and thermal and immersive engineering and all sorts of like techno mods. We even have like a plant-based mod called Botania that we really should explore but haven't yet. But yeah, just kind of let us know what you'd like to see next on the channel, what we can do. And if you have a suggestion about Dude World, or like if you'd like to see us play some Bed Wars or something like that, just let us know. We love suggestions, and we appreciate your all's support. So that will be it for this video. I hope you have a lovely day, and we'll see you all in the next video. Ciao.